Thank you for joining us for the first episode of the fall semester of 2019 for Tech Tonight. There's a new way to contact the emergency services in the New River Valley.
Plus, the anticipated ring for the class of 2021 is now revealed. All this and more on this episode of Tech Tonight. The New River Valley Emergency Communication Authority has rolled out a new plan that allows people to text 911. This technology is implemented to help those who cannot safely call 911 in an emergency situation. It is also being used to help those who are hearing impaired or have a speech impediment. The system is compatible with most service providers. The New River Valley hopes that this new feature will open up more opportunities to help in situations such as domestic abuse, where a phone call cannot always be made. If you do use the service, they ask that you provide your exact location, the type of emergency service needed, and a brief message on your emergency. Virginia Tech students had the opportunity to see a free concert on the drill field. Reporter Alan Varnashung has more.
I'm here on the drill field where students are starting to gather behind me for the Boundless Impact concert.
Boundless Impact is a campaign for Virginia Tech with the goal to raise $1.5 billion by 2027 to go towards excelling all university programs. This is only the fourth ever national fundraising campaign Virginia Tech has undergone, with the other fours happening in 1983, 1995, and 2007. Thousands of Hokies enjoyed the concert headlined by Anderson .Paak to mark this historic campaign. Accompanying Anderson .Paak is Fitz and the Tantrums and DJ Earworm to make this launch even more enjoyable.
So what artists are you looking forward to tonight?
So I'm really looking forward to seeing Fitz and the Tantrums.
And do you have a favorite song that they produce?
I mean, obviously I love Hand Clap, but I also really like Out of Your League.
Virginia Tech is emerging on the global stage to bring Hokies from everywhere to come together to propel the university to the future. Reporting from the drill field, I'm Alan Varnashung with Tech Tonight.
The class ring at Virginia Tech celebrates 106 years of tradition. To kick it all off was this year's ring premiere. Ring premiere allows a junior class, this year the class of 2021, to see their ring for the first time. Each year, the sophomore class selects a ring committee to design their class ring. Unique elements to the class adorn the ring. The solar and lunar eclipse mark the events that happened when they became Hokies and when they will graduate as Hokies. Otter Sandman is also seen on the ring. Virginia Tech is one of the only schools that change their ring design each year, and rings can cost upwards of $2,000.
It's homecoming time for Virginia Tech. Students have the chance to participate in some new and traditional Hokie events. We have Camden Osborne in the studio with more.
Thanks, Abby. Virginia Tech alumni have all been returning home to Blacksburg this week in honor of the 2019 homecoming events. It all started Monday night at 6:30 at the outdoor Duck Pond Amphitheater with the campfire kickoff that included s'mores, raffle giveaways, and live performances. The candidates for King and Queen have stationed themselves all around campus this past week, promoting their platforms should they be crowned King or Queen at the halftime of the UNC game on Saturday. In addition, Virginia Tech alum and newly crowned Miss Virginia, Camille Schreier, judged the 2019 Homecoming's Got Talent performance this past Tuesday. She'll be in the parade and walking on the field with the candidates as well. The candidates will be crowned, like I said before, at halftime of the UNC game, but the highly anticipated homecoming parade through downtown Blacksburg will be taking place tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. That's all I have for you. Go Hokies, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Camden. Some students wanted to implement their own homecoming tradition at Virginia Tech. Reporter Lauren Davis has more details on the story.
Students at Virginia Tech have planned the first ever Sankofa Homecoming. Sankofa is a week-long filled with traditional homecoming events targeted towards Black students at Virginia Tech. Students of the Black Organizations Council, Black Student Alliance, and other Black student-run organizations are the pioneers of this historic event. I met with one of the leaders for the event to see why it was important to have a Black Homecoming Week.
I think it really just speaks towards the issue that there's not a lot of representation for homecoming, not just for Black individuals, but our Latinx, LGBTQ+, so on and so forth.
The cultural show and the tailgate are two of the events hosted for Sankofa. Planning for Sankofa began in July, and planners of the event hope it becomes a tradition at Virginia Tech. Organizers of the event also hope to implement a Black homecoming court, however they were denied by university officials. Reached out to a VT administrator regarding the denial of the Black Homecoming Court. However, they opted for no comment. Reporting from Squires, I'm Lauren Davis.
The Montgomery County Public School District is now incorporating mental health days as excused sick day absences following a unanimous vote at the school board meeting. This comes after a group of students began raising awareness for mental health this past spring. Now, after 6 months of work, their efforts have finally paid off. In addition to having mental health days, 2 high school students now sit on the school board. They represent the voice of the students and make sure the county knows their needs. Montgomery County students also have the same chance to meet some Hokies, well, only if they're under the age of 11. Reporter Meredith Topian has more.
Students at Virginia Tech are taking time out of their busy schedules to mentor the next generation of Hokies. Local elementary schools in the Montgomery County area have students participating in the College Mentors for Kids program. Students from their specific schools, like Price's Fork and East Montgomery Elementary, are bused to Virginia Tech once a week to do fun activities with their mentors. The goal of the College Mentors for Kids program is to show young students how to brighten their future through education. This is a national program, and a chapter was founded in Blacksburg in 2015. The local Blacksburg chapter has about 150 kids and 200 mentors. One of the activity leads for the chapter explained why she enjoys taking time out of her week to guide younger students.
It's honestly the best 2 hours of my week. The kids just are so happy to be here, and it's so much fun, and everyone just enjoys it. And honestly, I learn just as much as the little buddies do.
Children between 1st and 6th grade are eligible for the program. Now, if you're interested in becoming a college mentor, the deadline for this year has already passed, but they typically go live in the beginning of fall semester. Reporting from the drill field, I'm Meredith Topian for Tech Tonight.
You may have noticed a new form of transportation rolling around campus lately. E-scooters first began in September as a pilot study by Spin. Spin is a subsidiary company under Ford that currently provides e-scooters on 45 campuses and cities across the country. Around 300 scooters are available, and some scooters are equipped with cameras. Students can take the scooters on short commutes by using the Spin app.
This makes it easier to get around campus, and just it's like boring when you have to walk everywhere. It just makes it more fun to get around.
The program is currently scheduled to run at Virginia Tech for 18 months. Students are able to ride the scooters for 12 months, followed by a 6-month period for review. If all goes well, the scooters may be left on campus permanently.
We now turn to the weather forecast. Meteorologist Lizzie Mahan has the details.
Thanks, Renata. Well, folks, I hope you have your sweaters out because this fall weather is definitely here to stay. Hi, I'm meteorologist Lizzie Mahan, and I've got your weekend forecast. We're expecting some cold winds and lower temperatures this Friday, as the high is in the lower 60s and the low is in the upper 40s. This cold weather brings us right into our homecoming game forecast for Saturday, where we will have our breakthrough of sunshine. The high on Saturday will be about 67 degrees and the low will be about 46. However, plan to expect for some rain coming in late Saturday night that will carry us into a rainy Sunday. The high on Sunday will be about 70 degrees and we have a 40% chance of rain, so make sure you bring out those umbrellas.
We're really excited that we're having good weather on at least Saturday.
Oh yeah, the weather's going to be awesome on Saturday, especially for the parade. Are you guys going?
I've never actually been, but I mean, maybe I'll go this year.
I'm not going to the parade, but I will for sure be at the game.
Oh, I'm so ready for the game. It's maroon out. I'm ready.
Well, that's all we have for you guys on this week's episode.
Plus, we'll have a new segment called Off the Record with Maddie Dempsey coming up shortly. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Tech Tonight.
My inspiration for this segment and this piece is really to have a voice, to speak up for people who don't really know how to use that voice or are too scared to use that voice, for people, the underdogs that have been through so much and have overcome so many obstacles. And especially in the sports world, I think it's so important to really realize that these are people, these are humans, these are students, these are daughters and these are sons, and some of them are mothers and fathers. And I think that my number one goal for this is to give them a connection with the people that are screaming their names in the stadium or in the field, whatever it is. I want them to have this connection to really know who they are. And I want everybody around them to know who they are, not just know their last names or know their number, you know. I think that they see them as two ways. They see them as a number. One, the number on their back, that's all they know. And number two, the number that they get them, how many points they get on fantasy football. I think that's really, really awful. And it's all fun and games, sports as entertainment, until it's not.